Sometimes you want a text or an image to be ideally in the center of a block. In this video, I will show you 4 ways how to do that. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming and joining me in this video. My name is Artur, and here at my channel I'm challenging you with various web dev ideas. A while ago, centering items in a block was tricky. Depending on what you wanted to center, you could use a mix of text aligns and line heights, or maybe absolute positioning and transforms. Nowadays, we can handle that easily with Flexbox or Grid. Let's jump right into the code. The code is very simple. We have here a container for all the examples. Inside we have 4 containers for a single example, and this is rendered as actually 4 maybe crosshair, some pointing devices and so on. Here we have a dot that we will want to point our crosshair into in 4 various ways. Text align, absolute, flex and grid. These are 4 examples that I have prepared for you. So let's start with the first one. I will uncomment that so we can see it clearly. So here's our crosshair and you want it to get here. And we will be using here text align options. We want to treat our image here as a kind of a text. So maybe let's try to do it in a browser, in the DevTools, so we can navigate easily. So right click and inspect and find this guy in here, example text align. So that's what we are going to style in here. Well, we want the width to be 100% and the same with height. Nothing changed yet. So the easiest thing is to set the text align to center. That works for text, so maybe it will work for the crosshair as well. So text align center, and yes, half of the task is already done, so we are in the center horizontally. Now we just need to make it go down vertically, and a trick that we could possibly do is maybe set the line height. So this element in here, this container, the height of this complete container is 300 pixels. So a trick that I'm thinking of is to make this single line of text where the crosshair is really huge. I want the size of this line to be 300 pixels as well. Something has happened, but we are not in the center yet. So I'm thinking maybe we just need to go to this image and provide the styling in here. What we can do is set the vertical align of this image and set it to middle, and that's it. Look, we are inside. So I will copy those styles to code. So that's example text align. And we also have example text align center this element and vertical align middle. So this one is solved. The second approach that we will be looking into is the absolute positioning. Let's select this element, example absolute. The trick is actually very easy. First, we need to set positioning to be absolute. So position absolute. So now we are ignoring any margins and so on this element. So what we are going to do is set the left to 50% and top to 50%, and it's almost done. Well, we could experiment, for example, make it 45%, 4, 3, 2 and half, almost, and maybe this one 42 and half. Yeah, kind of almost matching in here. Well, we can obviously make it better, so I'll go back to 50% in here. And the trick with absolute positioning with left and top, when you put the things to 50%, is to move it back. We can use transform for that. Transform, and we will translate our items -50% and -50%. So this thing puts the left top corner of the crosshair in here. However, then we need to put it a little bit back. 50% of the image left and 50% of the image top. So this approach is quite simple. But well, it uses a kind of a trick, and not everybody loves the absolute positioning. In the third approach, we are going to use the benefits of flex. So that's this one in here. And let's select our item, that's example flex. So we are going to change the positioning in this element, in this example flex element, to use flex. So display, flex. And now actually we can use the browser DevTools to help us. So I'm going to select this element somewhere here. And now I can click in here to open a Flexbox editor. We want the content to be aligned to the center, and we want the content to be justified center. Now this crosshair is centered horizontally, but not vertically. The reason for that is the flex isn't full size yet. So what we need to add here is height 100%. So now we are right into the middle. I'll copy this all and replace in here. So that's done. Final approach is to use the grid positioning. So let's select this element, example grid, in here. And let's set the display to grid. And now again, we will open the web browser DevTools to try to position it with the grid editor this time. All we need to do actually is set the align items to center and justify items to center. Finally, we need to set the height to 100%, and we are in the middle right now. I'll copy this and show you something even more fancy. So let's go here, replace, let's fix the indentation. And actually, there is a new property that we can use instead of those two. What we can do is use place items center. So that's exactly the same thing achieved. When I go to the DevTools again and click in here, you can see the place items is center, but we have this triangle in here to open. And actually the place items is a shorthand property for align items and justify items. So we can solve the centering with actually 3 lines. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that this idea will help you center things both horizontally and vertically in your projects. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Please let me know in the comments down below what other ideas and challenges you would like to see here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.